Wonderful time of the year. We got quarterbacks throwing and running backs scoring and all the fans cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Welcome back to the third year of Pride Dynasty League. It's Thursday, folks, and if you don't have football fever, you might want to go to the hospital and get that checked because football's back, baby! Now I've got some really somber news. I couldn't get an interview with the reigning champion. It kind of hurt my feelings, honestly. But it's hard for me to blame him, considering the last reigning champion that did an interview with me went first to worst. Now, I'm not saying Classy Strippers is a superstitious man, because he is. But without an interview, this season preview will be relatively brief, so let's get right to it, shall we? The only thing that really matters in this world of Pride Dynasty is where you're at on the boombastic moneymaker standings. We got the results from 2021. We got the results from 2022. Smash that together, you get your overall standings. Griffey Cakes and Classy Strippers both share the number one, but we give the nod to Griffey Cakes as he is our inaugural champion. Coming in third is Unfuckwittable and Agent Smith sharing that 3 and 4 spot. In that 5 spot, we have Stacking Yards, the only member to be in the money for both years. Coming in at 6, we've got the Boss. And rounding out the elite club, we have Hollywood Cole Brothers coming in at 7. This is the only power rankings list you should want to be a part of. It is a signifier of your dominance, as opposed to being at the bottom of this rankings list. Leading the charge is none other than Disabled Vigilantes, leader of the Pissants, mind you, Redacted, ADP 1897, Dynasty Sage, and Dunder Mifflin. What do all these teams have in common? Not only are they not making any money, but they're not making the playoffs either, folks. But it's a new day. Can these 4 teams finally do what they haven't done in 2 years? Make the playoffs? Now you're probably wondering, we did have a departure in the league. Sad, we lost Bull City. It's a shiver up my spine every time I recall that we no longer have Bull City. Rest in peace, Doug. This season's for you, buddy. But we do have someone trying to fill Doug's shoes. Chicago Chalupas. You might be like, Disabled Vigilantes. Why isn't Chicago Chalupas on this Pissants list? He hasn't made the playoffs either. That is true. But he also has not had the opportunity to make the playoffs. Should he not make the playoffs this year, he would definitely be on this list. Not seeing your name on this boombastic standings, well, that means you're doing about what you're supposed to do. You're in the hunt for the money. You may not have gotten any money, but at least you're still playing in the playoffs. You want to see the power rankings? Well, here you go. The last time I was really keeping track of the power rankings would be week 14 of 2022. What did that look like, you might ask? Well, I had Hollywood Cole Brothers at 1, Classy at 2, Agent Smith, The Boss, Dunder Mifflin, you can read, right? Unfuckwittable at 6, Stacking Yards, West Coast Giants at 8, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub at 9, Bull City, rest in peace at 10, Dynasty Sage at 11, Redacted, ADP 189712, myself at 13, and Griffey Cakes rounding out the bottom. That's what I had the power rankings close of business last season. How do I see things shaping up this year? This isn't a predictive measure of what the season will look like at the end of 2023. This is right here, right now, my guys. Week 1, 2023, the power ranking is as follows. Starting from the bottom till we get to the top, I have myself, Disabled Vigilantes at 14, Dynasty Sage 13, Chicago Chalupas 12, Stacking Yards 11, Unfuckwittable 10, The Boss 9. Those Classy Strippers, currently I'ma have them at 8. Yeah, you could call it disrespect, but that's what you do when you don't grant one of your commissioners an interview. As you can tell, I'm still a little salty. At 7, we got Griffey Cakes. 6, Redacted, ADP 1897. 5, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. 4, West Coast Giants. 3, Dunder Mifflin. 2, Hollywood Cole Brothers. And sitting at number 1 with the best team that I've ever seen going into a season, Agent Smith, who I happen to have to play twice this year. We're going to go in there and we're going to try to smack him in the mouth. We're not going to lay down, but these are the week 1 power rankings, subject to change. How in the hell did you come up with that janky ass ranking system? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm tying my power rankings explicitly to my predictions. Now, I know as of late, my predictions have been a little off. I don't even think I was 500 last year, but that will change. Week 1 is rival week. Starting off, we have Agent Smith versus Disabled Vigilantes. And if you take a look at these rosters, there is no comparison. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs. There is no doubt Agent Smith has the best wide receiver group in the league. Not to mention some heavy hitters on defense. It'll be tough sledding for Disabled Vigilantes to keep up. I'm wagering Agent Smith is going to be our fantasy stud for week 1. Will he be able to keep that up for the duration of the season? Only time will tell, but week 1, he's got a lineup to die for. Agent Smith wins this game. Next up, we have Chicago Chalupas versus those West Coast Giants. This will be a pretty close matchup, but I'm going to give the edge to West Coast Giants as playmakers. You got Christian McCaffrey. It's hard to bet against Wonder Bread, but I'm going to give the edge to West Coast Giants' defense. I just think it'll be a little more sound, a little more solid, giving West Coast Giants this dub this week. Next, we got the Hollywood Cole Brothers going up against Dynasty Sage. I think this matchup will be close, but Hollywood Cole Brothers should have the better roster, offense, defense, what have you. But Dynasty Sage does have a bunch of young bucks over there, and if they can perform up to standard, watch out. Dynasty Sage will be something to contend with all season. But as of right now, Hollywood Cole Brothers gets this dub. Stacking Yards versus Redacted, ADP 1897. This one almost made my game of the week. That's how close I think this game will be. But I'm going to give the nod to Redacted, ADP 1897. Both his defense and offense should provide him ample points this season. ADP ain't gonna be nothing to fuck with. Next, we have The Boss versus Dunder Mifflin. A little bit early, but I'm definitely categorizing this matchup as my upset of the week. The Boss, a boombastic moneymaker going up against a pissant in Dunder Mifflin. But look out now, Dunder Mifflin has made some moves in the offseason, and his team's looking pretty good. But the Boss ain't gonna make it easy, that's for damn sure. It'll be an uphill climb for Dunder Mifflin, but I do believe with this rivalry matchup, he will win week 1. Dunder Mifflin for the win. Go get him, Michael Scott. Next up, we have Unfuckwittable going up against Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. We got 2 Legacy Pride members going head to head in a rivalry matchup. They will see each other 2 times this year. And I have Wubba Lubba Dub Dub winning this first matchup. Sneaky squad from Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. Depending on how the season shakes out, this squad could be fairly productive. Both of these teams have glaring holes at various positions, but overall, I've got Wubba Lubba Dub Dub edging this week 1 victory out, and is probably the better team when you think about the rivalry. But it's going to be a long season between now and week 14. Last but not least, I have my game of the week. Classy Strippers, reigning champion, going up against Griffey Cakes, 2021 champion, last year's last place finisher. First to worst, the redemption tour for Griffey Cakes. And you know what? I think Griffey Cakes is gonna get our reigning champion. As a matter of fact, it would be the perfect justice for Classy Strippers snubbing me on a reigning champion interview. So I say this in all earnesty, Griffey Cakes. Get 'em! Those are my predictions. Like it or love it. Despite having Agent Smith a monster of a roster, this is how good Agent Smith's roster is. I pulled up Fantrax and started roster baiting to his lineup. I didn't even notice until I was halfway through, and I was like, well, I gotta finish. So the gravity of having Agent Smith as my rival does not go unnoticed, but we're still gonna get in that ass. Don't expect my boys to lay down. You may very well get week 1 Agent Smith, but we'll see you again in week 14. Don't be needing that week 14 win to get in the playoffs. Ask Wubba Lubba Dub Dub what happens. Well, that's all I got for you this week. May all of your pain be champagne. And good luck to everybody this week, except that damn Agent Smith. Be easy. Peace.